Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 522.
Sexiest podcast on the network.
And once again, the most natural and definitely not on a third take intro of any show.
We're pro.
Yeah.
Pro gamer moves or something.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Ay, caramba.
If I open up the show with a nice yawn right in y'all's ears. Hope you enjoyed that, bitches.
Yeah.
That sucked down some
it's no sneezing while you're trying to do a background noise grab.
That was hilarious, though. Hey, let me know if right here, Brian, you see a little skull guy that's lit up. Let me know if that catches on fire, would you?
Maybe. Right. Is that a hand grenade above it?
Yeah, it is. You like that?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
I was like, I got this thing. I had to clean out my rest of my storage. I forgot I had stuff in storage, so I'm up at my parents' house. So I finished cleaning it out, and I had this old DVD shelf. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? I was like, I could just put it up on the wall behind me on the podcast and start putting shit on it.
Yeah, just put things on it.
So that's what I did. I have more things to put on it, but I didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
But the little skull dude normally hangs out over here, and I was like, skull boy's going back there.
Sure, that makes sense.
One was like wax melters, so it smells all nice.
Oh, okay.
Flies land in it and then die and get encased like Jurassic Park amber.
That'll be cool in a long time.
Yeah, when someone finds their little puck of wax in the garbage.
Yeah.
Assholes. Seriously thinking about buying one of those bug assaults. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that the salt shooting gun or something?
Shooting gun.
I actually saw a commercial for that.
Really?
Yes, and I'm like, wow, those must be catching on because they've got commercial. It was late night.
The website
I think it was on like Adult Swim. Yeah, because at first I thought it was a joke because it was on like Adult Swim or something like that. So I thought it was one of their, gimmicky commercial type things. And then I see this guy or woman, I don't remember, pulling out this gun and they're just firing at these things. And I'm like, is that one of those salt guns?
It is.
I don't know if it was.
They have one out now called, I think it's called like the Ripper or something. And it looks like Dirty Harry's revolver. And it's like CO2 cartridge powered. And I saw a guy on TikTok blowing holes through boxes and shit with it.
I feel like that's unnecessary for bug removal.
One of the things it says that it'll kill is like scorpions and shit.
And okay. That's good.
That.
Go to their concerts. Yeah. Pow!
Yeah, I'm because one thing. I mean, living on the country sucks because mosquitoes, but the flies weren't terrible. Yeah. Right. Dude, living in a neighborhood where everyone's got dog shit and garbage everywhere, the flies get aggressive sometimes.
That is my least favorite part about that. Like, it's not bad here. We're not allowed to put our air quote, not allowed to put our garbage outside. Like, we can have a can outside and you can put garbage in it, but you can't have just like bags, or it has to be something that closes, And then we're not allowed to put the cans out at the street because ours is not through the city pickup. It's a private trash removal thing.
Company or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's Stevens. Stevens.
I think they pick up trash too even. Oh, wait, no, we got...
Yeah, so...
It doesn't matter.
So, anyway, but, so it's not as bad here, and I know that's part of the reason is they do it that way, so that you don't have... But, like you said, you still have people with dogs and whatnot, so it's... they're still...
I don't know if you remember the horror stories from last year of me putting up that fly trap.
Yep.
Well, I actually built a bigger version of a 5-gallon bucket.
Oh my!
So that's pretty cool. I got that going on in the backyard.
I love the fact that that you feel that's necessary.
I mean, it's more. It's not necessary as it's more like I don't have to look at them hanging out of a tree.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
That
just
was
an
pretty
orange
gross.
bucket sitting on the ground. That like I
Yeah.
cut holes in the side, I put PVC pipe in, and I filled it with the liquid and shit. And because I saw the video online, and you put like a clear plastic window on the
Dark
top
web.
because flies are stupid.
I feel like this. Are you sure you weren't making napalm?
Maybe napalm's made out of like fly corpses or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, but I mean, no, it's been air conditioning season for a while here.
Yeah.
And they still somehow get in the house.
Right.
And I've been like, every time a fly buzzes by my head, I'm like, I should just go to Bass Pro. It's 5 minutes from my work and just buy one of those things and come home and just start lighting fuckers up.
You're going to have salt everywhere.
I don't care. That's what Doomba's for.
That's so much salt, though.
Whatever. Shitty flies.
Yeah. He's got to throw some pepper down once in a while so that your floor is nice and well seasoned. You don't want it too salty. That's not good.
Exactly.
Yeah. You'd literally be living the salty life, right?
Oh, absolutely. Stay salty. That will be my kill phrase.
Yeah.
Stay salty.
Instead of make my day or something like that. Yeah. Stay salty.
I mean, honestly, we should probably be sponsored by these guys.
I agree.
I mean,
and other space products.
I do understand that it's basically just a spring-loaded. It's basically like a Nerf gun that shoots salt instead of darts, which makes me wonder because there's people out there that like jazz up Nerf gun. Like you can buy parts to make your shit shoot better. I kind of wonder if people if there's like aftermarket bug assault parts. Now I'm looking. Because I know on their website, of all things, they sell like a laser sight, which I think is pretty funny.
I think so, too. It seems also very unnecessary.
They also sell, quote-unquote, tactical salt. Aftermarket.
Why do I feel like tactical salt is laced with something that's, like, very harmful?
Yeah, right? All right, aftermarket bug assault parts. Let's see what we got here.
Tony's combing the dark web now.
Oh, yeah, brother. Doesn't really look like it.
You probably got to have a password or a secret knock or something to get to that part.
Right.
Yeah,
it does not. Doesn't appear to be anyone sells after. But probably because there's maybe some sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Trademark infringement.
Exactly. But once a certain amount of time's up, then you're going to see these salt guns everywhere. Then it's gonna be like airsoft. I'm going to be running around the house with like a salt Tommy gun or something.
I feel like this is going to be
amazing.
Oh, okay. Did you ever get the head mount for the GoPro?
I do, but I have one better. I've got the shoulder mount. Like it looks like the Predator cannon.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you go a hunting,
I got it. I'm gonna have to get one of these. I'm gonna have to GoPro it. I'm gonna have to put it to the Doom music. Yes. The classic when the Doom music hits, and it's just me just slaying flies.
Yeah. Have like sound effects and shit for it too. Of course.
I need to get like a wristband so I can put like a fly swatter, like the fist knife.
Yeah. Whack. You can get the electrified one.
That would be the baller move.
I was saying that all the rednecks use to tease each other, basically.
I know, right? Oh, my mom hit it because they had those at the cottage. My mom hit a big ass bug of that thing, and it just was like, just like Jesus, Mom. I think she took some sort of sick pleasure out of it. That's
how she kept chucking mine.
Yeah, exactly right.
Just whack him in the arm with that every once in a while.
Boss.
Yep.
You know what I realized, Brian, is I can't really drive around with Topo Chicos.
Because of their glass bottle?
It's a green glass bottle.
It looks like a beer bottle is
right?
Why. Yeah.
But man, I do enjoy it. I haven't bought them in a while, and I was like, Topo Chico.
I thought about grabbing some when I was at the store today, but my hands were already too full.
You should have dropped everything else.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. Just saying.
Man, speaking of being at the store, dude, I usually grab like a 24 pack of Coke,
Yeah.
Every once in a while for
Cocaine.
the house. Dude, a 24 pack of Coke's like $9.50 now.
$9.50?
Yeah.
I got a solution for
That
you.
is insane. Stop drinking
Natty
pop.
Light.
Yeah. It's a much better
You can
value.
get like a 36 rack for the same price.
Yeah, right. You're not wrong.
I know, right?
I mean,
It's
it
crazy.
is. Yeah. It's
I
like,
mean,
geez,
is it something to do with just the manufacturing? Like everything is taking a hit?
That's the only thing I can think of, because I'm pretty sure the last time I grabbed one, it was like, and it wasn't on sale either time. I think it was like $7.99,
Right.
which is still more than I'd like to pay, but whatever. Things cost what they cost. But it was like, dude, that's a significant jump.
I'm doing
So
Goog.
yeah,
Says, is
Coke
soda
shortage.
going up?
probably there's probably taxes and thingamjiggers and
Oh,
whatnots.
Coca-Cola CEO. Company says company will raise prices to offset higher commodity costs.
I see.
Yeah, it's,
I feel like this is one of those times.
damn it.
I feel like this is one of those times that even if your costs as a company aren't going up, it's a brilliant move to just raise your price, because you can go, hey, everything's going up right
it's
now.
crazy. Apparently,
Right?
prices started going up in 2018 thanks to the old Trump aluminum tariffs.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
they had to
That
start
makes
raising prices.
That makes sense. Oh yeah, that's right. Because there was that big promise of this giant aluminum maker was supposed to open in like Indiana or something, and I don't remember if it ever opened or
Right.
not. There was one of those promises that he's notorious for.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I was like, "Jeez." So definitely makes me take. Well, first of all, it's like the problem is like if you like something like Coke, there's no placement for it. You can't get cola. Cola, no
Coke's
matter
its
who
own
it is.
thing.
Totally, just the same as Pepsi.
Yeah.
If you really like Pepsi, there's no other taste that's Pepsi.
Right.
Everything else is just it's either generic cola, pretty
Right.
much. I mean, unless you're drinking like some RC or something, but it's
Little
like there's
Faygo action.
you can't. Yeah, you can't just go store brand and be like, whatever. It's not like I wanted some Sprite, so I grabbed a pack of Kroger brand
Right.
Sprite.
Because who gives a shit?
And it's close enough.
It's lemon lime,
I don't.
whatever.
Right. And don't get me wrong, each of the lemon lime sodas all have their own thing,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not like a Coke. You just open a regular cola and you're like, it's like when we've been to breweries and we're like, yeah, this is an IPA.
Yeah. There's nothing amazing
But there's
about it.
nothing special about it. Yeah. So, but whatever. I think it was it's definitely one of those things to me that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna really try to double down on my I've been doing pretty well anyways, where I'm drinking like at most a can a day. Every once in a while I'll fall off the wagon and have too many, but
Right.
most of the time I'm drinking like a can a day or something like that. So it's not like I'm housing it, like a maniac, but it's one of those things that like on a real hot day, a nice ice cold Coke tastes really good.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't really drink soda, but if I do, I will reach for a Coke.
Right. See, and it's like, especially like I said, on a hot day, if it's ice cold, it's like, man, it's just, there's something about it that's just always kind of hit the spot a little bit. So yeah, but when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I was like, wow, that's a big jump. And they had like 12 packs were 3 for $12. So, of course, first thing I do in my head is I got to do the math and figure out which is cheaper as far as, per item. And of course the 12 packs are, so I got 12 packs this time, but it's like now instead of spending, normally I just grab, like I said, I grab a 24 and that's, $8 or whatever. And it's like, now I got to spend 12 because I feel weird spending $9.50 when for just a little more, I can get 36,
Fair enough.
Whatever. It's nobody cares, but first world problems for sure. Others are like,
problems.
Oh yeah. Tell us all about how your alternate beverage choices cost so much when we can't get clean
shit
water.
In my water.
Yeah.
Well, then you should have had a
Topo
Topo Chico.
You're choosing to drink shit in your water, not them, meaning us. Like pop. Geez. Something I've noticed though is I'm noticing a lot more people starting to wear masks again in the store.
Yeah, it's coming back.
And I think we're heading that way anyway, because the area we're in is, I was reading the other day that apparently it's becoming pretty hot down here,
unfortunately,
which is weird because it was only like a week or so ago. I saw a map of like Ohio, Michigan, and our area actually was in the lower amount, and now it's blowed up a little bit.
Summertime, baby. Everyone's getting half nude and rubbing together and drinking and doing
true.
all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I did for the first 20 minutes I was in the store. I just got half nude and rubbed all over shit.
Just start rubbing on people.
Oh, people. Yeah, that too.
Yes, those as well.
And watermelons and hey.
Yeah, it'd be great if, not to get political or anything like that around here, but people just got fucking vaccinated.
Yeah, no, it would be nice just to at least get as close to putting this behind us as we can. I know there's variants, mutations, and all that we'll probably have to deal with forever, but they're less likely to be around the more vaccinated because they won't have anywhere to jump.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
it's just I can't get into it. It's enraging. That's all I know.
Yeah, I actually, after walking around there today, I'm like, I really probably should mask up when I'm going into like grocery stores, especially that kind of store, where people completely ignore personal space. Because I do love, like, there were people behind me in the pharmacy line today. Both of them had masks on, wearing them correctly.
That's fun.
But they were like a foot away from me. And I'm like,
they're like on your shoulder, like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, basically, I was like, you could back up.
Get away from me.
Dude, that reminds me of last night I watched. Have you heard of the show Tuca Bertie?
I can't say I have.
Okay, it's an animated show. It started on Netflix, and it's from I can't think of her name now. Anyway, it's a woman that was, I believe, an animator on BoJack Horseman.
Right.
And it's similar in animation style to BoJack. And but it hits kind of the same way, where there's funny stuff in there, but then there's some real kind of poignant stuff that you're like, oh, now I'm a little sad, I only saw one episode, but I really dug it. But there's this character on there named Bruce that's a turkey vulture.
God, yeah,
dude, he's a creep. Like in the episode, I see Tuca has to go on their Ferris wheel ride. There's she's in the couples line, but her girlfriend walks away. So she has to go over to the singles line.
Right.
And then they pair you with another single to ride. And, she gets paired up with Bruce. And he's like, literally like that. And right as soon as it starts, he takes his shirt off and he's like, you like the view? And she's, he just keeps creeping her out. And then at one point she's like, isn't there like an emergency lever or something? And she's like, I want to get off. And he's like, at your service.
That's hilarious.
He's maybe my favorite character in anything ever.
There's some good names attached to it too.
Oh yeah. Tiffany Haddish and Ali Wong are the two main characters.
Conover's in it too. Nice.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of, big names. It's very similar, like I said, but, because it's probably a lot of people who were in episodes of BoJack, right. And it's like, I need to watch more. Like I said, the first season, I think, was on Netflix. It didn't get picked up, and a lot of people were really upset. And I just never watched it. It's in my queue. I was meant to, and I just never did. And it's on Adult Swim now. So last night I was just, watching whatever was on Adult Swim for a while, and it was one of the things that popped on. And I was like, yeah, I need to go watch the rest of this.
Like, well, this is
I'm enjoying. I still need to finish BoJack, but from all the things I've seen, people's reactions and stuff, I'm like, I feel like I need to be more emotionally steeled before I go do that. Because, that show's a kick in the dick sometimes.
Hits you right in the feels.
It does. It really nails some mental health stuff really well. Nice. And some other stuff, obviously, because,
it's
BoJack's,
it's a silly cartoon at the same time.
Yeah, it'll make you laugh, but then also you're like, wow,
bro, dude, dude.
Yeah. But I guess Bruce is in the very first episode, so if you watch it, you'll probably get to sample him real quick.
I'm sure
And
he'd love it if you said sample him.
yeah. I was trying to find who does the voice, and they don't, on IMDb, they don't have everybody credited on there. But they have a lot of names, and I'm like, I don't know who of the people listed does it. I mean, I searched and searched last night, could not find who does his voice.
Really? How weird is that?
Yeah. Very, yeah. I figured somewhere along the line, and at the end of the episode, it just shows the people's names. It doesn't show like what voice they did.
Right. Huh.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, good stuff. What's funny is the episode I watched. I missed the first couple minutes of it, and then there's a gag late in the episode, and I'm like, what the hell? Then when it ran again, like a few hours later, because Adult Swim plays like 4 hours and then they repeat, basically. So when it repeated, I'm like, oh, I can catch the first couple minutes. And then the beginning of the gag is there. I'm like, oh, okay, that was real funny.
Now I get it.
Yeah, it's like, damn it, it's, man, they set you up early and paid it off late on that gag, So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I from one episode anyway, I enjoyed it. Obviously, I gotta
deep dive in a little bit.
Yeah, but the reason I was watching it swim last night was because I didn't realize I kind of ran myself out of data.
Oh shit, son!
Yeah, and I still got till the 14th before it flips.
That
so
sucks.
no streaming for me anytime soon.
For you.
Sucks.
That's a bummer.
Sucks because I'm down to like 3 episodes of the Bad Batch, like the last 3 episodes of the season, and I can't watch them now.
Right.
Well, I could watch them on my phone, I guess, but
yeah, what's the fun of that?
Well, you know what? I didn't think about that. I forgot about my Apple TV. I could throw it to my TV.
Oh shit, son!
I wasn't thinking about
the
that.
Old workaround, baby.
Yeah. Shit, I should have thought of it sooner because I think my data on my phone just reset today. Had I thought of it, I could have done that the last couple days. Oh well. Also, the Suicide Squad came out, and I really want to watch that. And
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta wait. So, yeah,
I'm gonna.
That
I'll get into it, but I want to rewatch it.
Okay.
So we wanted to drive in to see it.
Oh, you actually went and saw it there, not on the old.
Because it was something we've been trying to get to driving for a few weeks now.
Yeah, right.
And, so we went Saturday night, and it was Suicide Squad and The Heights, because Leah wanted to watch The Heights.
What the hell is that?
Exactly. It's a musical movie written by the guy who did Hamilton.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's on HBO Max too.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yep.
Well then she can finish watching it because she didn't make it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Suicide Squad is great, but the sound quality is so terrible at the drive-in.
Oh, right.
I brought my big-ass speaker, and that speaker sounds great for music, for people talking when there's bass behind it. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, because it's probably mushing too much
it's
together.
Trying to smash everything, exactly. So the audio quality was garbage. Okay. But the movie was fun. I'm definitely rewatching it on HBO.
Okay.
Boy, do I have some stories about the drive-in, Brian.
All right.
That place is interesting.
It always has been.
You're right. It always has been. Because I love the fact we still have a drive-in theater around us, because it's such like a slice of Americana.
Right. And it's one of those few things that it's one of those few industries that COVID actually helped.
For sure, because it was actually fairly busy. Yeah,
because you can space out. Everyone stays in their car.
We brought camp. Like, I spent
for a little while there. I think they were
they were
enforcing
it for a while.
People had to stay. Yeah, you had to stay in your car.
I spent a whopping $10 at Five Below and bought 2 camping chairs.
Yeah,
they're the most uncomfortable camping chairs.
Well, they were $5.
I kept saying that. I'm like, what are $5 chairs? But so we
should just got some milk crates.
It probably would have been more comfortable. But we loaded up the car with pillows and blankets and and snacks, of course, which is hilarious because I'm like, hey, crazy old lady, 3 adults. And she's like, 3 adults, huh? And she's like, no students? Or I'm like, no, it's fine. Just 3 adults. And she's like, do you have any outside food? And I don't even think food is out of her mouth. I was like, no. Of course we did. You think I'm spending money on your damn your
What, out of curiosity, if you say yes, what do they do?
$10.
Are you serious?
Fuck you.
Wow.
I'm bringing in snackies and drinks.
I get it, but at the same time,
Yeah,
wow.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah, like I said, I don't even think food is out of her mouth. Just, no.
Yeah. It's like, you go to the store and you're like, okay, if we're getting snacks, we got to spend more than $10 because I got to make this worth our while. No. It's like, there's no way you're going to pay for snacks and pay $10 on top of it.
Exactly. It's like, what are you, stupid?
Yeah. Surprised they don't like check your trunk or something,
that, but I'm like, there's so many people coming in, and I was like, they're not going to.
They can't. I mean, they can just tell you can't come in, but I don't think legally they can force you to, because police can't even make you
pop your trunk, sir. No.
Not unless you have a search warrant, Yeah.
Anyway. But so we set up camp, and boy, some people really set up. These one people are a couple rows behind us. They had out little freaking citronella candles, and they brought like a table. It's like they were camping. It looked like.
Damn, these are people who go every weekend.
Professional drive-inners.
Yeah,
whatever you want to call them.
These are not casuals.
Yeah, we were clearly casual. We had no idea what we were doing.
Right. Yeah, you were rookies for
greenhorns.
Sure. Yeah, coming in, eyes wide, just getting caught up in the lights.
We
meanwhile,
used to do driving a lot, especially when we were like teens and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, we'll bring this and this, and it's just like, oh boy, it was a mess. I thought the speaker would be great. Like the speaker would be perfect. It's got an FM receiver. I don't have to run my car, and then the audio ended up being shitty. But it wasn't.
Real quick, did you run it through your car to see if it was better?
Yeah, but then I had to keep starting my car.
No, I know. I was just curious if it was. It was better through the car,
but it still wasn't great.
Yeah. Okay.
But so Suicide Squad ended. Fun movie, definitely. DC starting to dial it in, I think.
Well, you have James Gunn.
True,
Manning.
But it's like I feel like.
And what's funny to me is when I was seeing the reviews and how people were reacting to it, and I was like, in my head, the first thing I thought was like, did he just go make Guardians of the Galaxy for DC?
Kinda.
Like, I feel like that's like, had they not already made a Suicide Squad movie, most of these characters, and in fact, the ones he chose for the movie, would not be characters most people know of, aside from obviously Harley. King Shark they might know of because of the Harley cartoon. Maybe. But other than that, most of those maybe was it Boomerang? Is Boomerang in this one? I can't remember.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's on the Flash.
Yeah.
So, but it's like most of these characters are not real big name characters.
But it's like I feel like they're starting to take themselves less serious. Which is probably good because, you don't want summer after summer of like brooding dark movies. Yeah,
that's part of why Marvel's worked so well is most of theirs were not brooding and dark, or even
fun. Not even if even they're fun and not fun at the same time, and serious but colorful. And
I think what they did was, like, when you look at it, it reminds you of how they booked wrestling, right? You can't have banger of a match after banger of a match after, because by the third match everybody's blown their load and they're done for the night. Then when you get to that main event, no one gives a shit. Exactly. So you got to have rests and maybe a little comedy here and there. And I think Marvel's done a real good job of, they typically will hit you with like one that's like a big kind of over, like one of the Infinity Wars movies, and then they'll hit you with like Ant-Man. To where it's like, oh, this is kind of fun, but it's still, whatever, but it's funny and all this. Like, I think they do a good job of kind of roller coastering you a little bit until it's for that big payoff for the main event, which, they just recently had. So now they're back to the build. Yeah. And DC, I think, has not figured that out until hopefully maybe with this. I mean, and,
it's been getting good reviews online too. So,
yeah, I thought with the first Wonder Woman, they were moving the right direction. Yeah. A lot of people seem to really, to dig Aquaman. So, I haven't either. Mainly because I've just never cared about Aquaman. Yeah, exactly. He's just never been a character I cared about that much. It's funny. I've read a ton of the comics, but every time I'm like, okay, this will be the series. This will be the writer that hooks me on Aquaman finally. And usually about 4 issues in, I'm like, nah.
He's like, yep, still talks to fish. Cool.
Yeah, well, it's always the same. You know, he's fighting the same fight against the surface not accepting him and his people not accepting. It's just the same shit. It's the problem of not being able to really take him out of
the ocean,
the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's like you can only put him so many places. Like, you're generally not going to have Aquaman fighting on another planet or something. It's kind of weird.
They should.
They should. I mean, they have. It's just, yeah, his powers aren't so great in other places.
For sure.
That's the thing. You know, it's similar to like when we talked to, oh shit, who was that? Was that Steve we were talking to? Steve Weary, when we talked about moving Daredevil like a block over.
Yeah. He's all fucked up then.
For Spider-Man out to like Nebraska where there's not a bunch of buildings and shit, you know, like, what do I do here? You know? So, but good. I'm glad. I was so happy when I saw the reviews for this coming in. People seemed to really be liking it. And I was like, good. 'Cause I really didn't care for the other one.
Right.
The first Suicide Squad movie was not great. And when I first saw James Gunn was, you know, attached to this one, I'm like, okay, this, you know, this should be interesting. It should be fun. If nothing, it'll be a little over the top. That's how it should be. And, you know, like I said, you know, the first thought you have is like, well, let's see if he basically gives them their Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I think that's basically what he did.
Yeah, which is fine because that did a lot for Marvel.
Yeah.
Because that took characters no one gave two shits about or never even heard of.
Made them care.
Made them huge. Not to mention the actors involved. God, look what it's done for the careers of especially Chris Pratt. But, you know, Batista too, you know, because before that it was like, hey, isn't that wrestler guy? Now he's not looked at as, oh, that's the wrestler guy.
Yeah, now
you
it's,
know,
that's Drax the Destroyer. Fucking sick.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that guy's been in some movies. Yeah.
No, we're cleaning up because, you know, Suicide Squad's over. Next movie's going to be this musical movie. I'm like, and plus it's starting to get cold outside.
And you were hype, I'm sure, for that.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait.
And I was like, all right, let's like pack up the car and I'm going to move spots. We're going to turn the car around so we get better audio. Right.
Yeah.
So
really quick, I'm surprised they played it in that order. I'm surprised the first.
I don't know why they did, although I'll be honest, once Suicide Squad was over, like half of our side left.
Yeah, because that's probably why most of them were there, which is also the part of why I was like, I'm surprised they didn't play that as the later movie. Because
once you're in there and they got your money, I don't think they care.
Well, true, but it's like it's not PG though. Usually they play like the movie that's family/kids first, and then they play the adult movie.
But I'm cleaning up the stuff, and I come around the side of the car, and there's just like three people sitting right by the car, and they're like. Oh, very, very heavy Indian accent. And they're like, oh, thank you for sharing your audio with us. I went, yeah, it's fine. They're like, oh, we couldn't hear anything. I'm like, yeah, it's...
Like, do you have a car?
Yeah, I know. So I was like, I thought it was a little weird, but I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's no problem. I'm like, there's plenty of room, you know? And they're just like, God be with you. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
It's not like it used to be where you would put the thing on your window and that was the audio, you know, back when we were little childrens.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know what.
Do those even exist anymore? I can't imagine.
Aware of. There might be some weird retro theater that has them or something.
Yeah, but you just tune your radio to whatever
tell you
now.
What channel to tune your radio to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not expecting there to just be random people like right next to my car.
That's kind of weird. Like I said, it's like, do you have a vehicle?
I mean, they were very nice, but they just kind of like it threw me off.
It's been funny. They just tap on the window at one point, you know, like you're just smashing some popcorn or something, like tap tap tap, and they're like, you know, like, hey, how about us?
Like, how about you share some of that popcorn, just like you're sharing your audio?
It'd be a real shame if the gate knew you had outside food. You're like, God damn it, here.
Fine, get out of here, you. Go on, get.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you pull your broom out. Go and get.
The weirdest thing though was, and I'm always amazed how some people just don't know what the fuck they're doing with their car. And I put this up on my story if anyone's tuning into the Monotony on Instagram. They're running their car because, you know, you got to keep your battery going. So they're running their car, but they couldn't figure out how to turn off their headlights. So they were just unfolding pizza boxes. And jamming them under their hood and having them draping over the headlights.
bonus points to them for at least not just leaving the headlights
True.
on. You know, not just blinding someone else or whatever with the headlights. Yeah. So bonus points for that, but also, like, how do they not know how to turn their...
I mean, every car has a switch to turn your lights off. I mean, I've got the automatic headlights in the Buick. I have a switch to turn them off.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you doing?
No, that's wow,
right?
Yeah, jeez. All right, well, whatever, right?
Yeah, we. I mean, I love my daughter so much, but 10 minutes into the Heights, I'm like, this is not for me.
I'm shocked by that. I really figured as much as you've wanted to see it.
Like, I can get behind like the people singing and the voices and the imagery.
Yeah. I can't do musicals.
I honestly have zero idea what was going on in the movie. And we watched
it is
at
so
least
fun.
half of it.
I can't, for the most part. There's some musicals that I've watched and liked, and some I do want to see type, right? But it's like, also, I just can't buy how all the dialogue is singing.
Yeah.
I need a break from my own ears. I need a break more than they give you. And it's so funny. I can totally believe in, you know, Marvel movies, all this. I can suspend the disbelief, but I cannot, I just cannot handle the idea that just, 25 people all start singing and dancing together.
Yes, I hear you.
Like, I absolutely, you want to tell me some alien created something and sent it to Earth to whatever and blah, blah. Dude, I'm in. Let's go.
And I think that's maybe why musicals, I think, should stay on stage. Especially like that one, because that's that movie. Like, the opening scene is him talking about how he's got a dream to go back to the Dominican Republic, and then he's like out in the street dancing in front of his bodega, and there's like 30 people behind him in the street all dancing, and it's like, like, if you want to have music and people singing in a movie, I get it, but to have the whole dance number, that feels like it belongs on stage. That's more performance to me than I don't want to sit here and watch it on a screen. You know?
No, that was, if I believe right, that was a musical. That was like his first, Lin-Manuel Miranda's first musical, I believe, or something to that effect. And then they just decided to make a movie of it. What I do like is I'm not against putting out a recorded version of the stage performance, because like I still would like to see the Book of Mormon. I'm probably not going to go see it in a theater anywhere. As far as a performance of it, I would, so, and I know there is a streaming service now that does that, where they show like Broadway shows. Yeah. I don't know what it costs or anything like that, but I remember seeing a commercial for it. We were watching something on PBS one night or something like that, or maybe it wasn't PBS. I don't know, but they were talking about it. And maybe it's only through the pandemic. I don't know. But I was like, that's a great idea, because not everybody can afford or go to Broadway.
Exactly.
And not every show on Broadway tours, So, like, I'd still, The Lion King has been through here. Book of Mormon has been through here, but tickets sold in like 2 seconds pretty much. So
Broadway HD, apparently.
Okay. So, like, and that's a cool idea, I think, for people who are, into that kind of stuff.
I don't think my kids listen. So this might be a good fucking Christmas present. Get a year buy a year of it.
Yeah.
So Christmas notes.
So I just, like I said, there's some I'd like to see, but I just haven't bothered.
Because obviously, Jeannie, when her and I were together, she loves musicals. So we went and saw the, I can't remember what the Monty Python one is.
Oh,
yeah, we went and saw Spam-A-Lot, and
that's what I'd like to see.
I saw Book of Mormon with her, and they're both great. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just not for me, though. It's not my thing.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing. It's like that. Like I said, certain ones, like when I hear the stories or whatever with them, it's like, I'd like to see those, and it sucks because, unless it tours, then you don't get to, like, Hamilton was a great example of that. There were so many people for the longest time that wanted to see it. And it was like, but it kept selling out, and the tickets were insane for it.
I That came out when her and I were still together, so I listened to Hamilton probably 5,000 times.
I still haven't watched it on Disney.
I watched it with Leah last year, I think, when it came out. It was good. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it's like it's still not one of those things I'm like, oh my God, Bryan. Oh my God. Hamilton came out.
Well, I can tell because I don't remember you ever telling me that you watched it.
Exactly.
So.
Like she asked me, she's like, hey, do you want to watch Hamilton with me? And I'm, as a dad, I'm like, of course. As just me, I'm like,
real as dude, no. Yeah, like if I was at your house and I was like, hey, do you want to watch Hamilton with me? You'd be like, fuck
I'll trank you immediately because clearly you're an imposter.
Right. Yeah. Actually, you might be like, yes, let's do that because who knows what'll happen.
Let me set up the audio and video equipment.
Right.
Give me 15 minutes to set some shit up, and then yes, we're gonna watch it.
Yeah. 15 minutes to set it up, and about 4 or 5 hours of us trying to figure out some inane detail that we can't get.
But right there. Yeah, but we were about halfway through the Heights, and the other thing about sitting in the car, it was so humid. The windows kept fogging up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good thing I wasn't with you.
Yeah, no shit. Would have been like, why is that dude got frosted glass?
Yeah. I mean, if I had just moved back and forth every once in a while, people would think that there's some naughty stuff going on.
Oh, yeah. I wish I had sexy music I'd cue up.
Yeah, they'd knock on the window, someone from the drive-in, and they're like, hey, what's going on in there? And I put the window down. They're like, oh, it's you.
Holy shit.
I mean, that's
My fat
pretty much
finger
it.
just hit Chewbacca.
The old Stewbacca defense.
Nice. But it was about halfway through, and people are just, not trying to shit on a movie. Had great reviews online because I looked it up because we were trying to decide, do we want to watch Jungle Cruise and Black Widow or Suicide Squad and the Heights? Those were our options.
How about Suicide Squad and Jungle Cruise?
And
I mean, if you had to pick a family movie and a Marvel movie or a superhero movie, because otherwise I'd say Black Widow.
Well, that's
and
what
Suicide Squad.
I was leaning on. I was like, hey, why don't we watch Jungle Cruise? But Leah's like, oh, I really want to watch the Heights, and
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's like what sucks is the other two movies are on Disney Plus, but you have to pay for those. The two that you watched are on HBO Max.
I didn't know the Heights was on HBO Max because that was my one thing. I was like, we can watch this. I pay for HBO Max. We can watch the Suicide Squad right here.
Right. If it's the.
I didn't realize the Heights was on there too. So.
Yep. Yeah, it went in there like a month ago or something. At
least
I think
dipping
it's still
on me. How dare they?
I can't say for sure it's still in there because sometimes things are only in there for like a month.
Like, bye.
They go away. Yeah. So
yeah.
It may not be anymore, but it was. And if it was, that means usually it will be again. Because usually it goes away for a few months and then comes back. Like Mortal Kombat, I think, is supposed to be back in like October or something like that. So.
But yeah, it was, I think it was us and one other car. And then I just Leah kind of leans in between the front seats and she's like, I'm going to pass out. I don't think I can make it.
You should be like, oh no, we chose these two movies for
we're
you.
Watching the Heights, damn it. But so
like I'm gonna take a nap, but you're staying awake.
We pulled on out, and I'll be honest, I was fucking tired too. I mean, it was way, I don't think I got to bed till after 2. That's way past my bedtime now.
Yeah.
But I mean, all in all, the driving experience was fun. I mean, it's been a while, and I do like it, but I mean.
I wonder if there's some sort of hack you can do with the audio to get a better.
Same thing. Like part of me was like, I almost wonder if you had a receiver with headphones, and they just sit and I don't know. I don't know what the move is.
I don't either.
Because I said I like going, I always have, but the what I thought was going to be the best thing ever was horrible. I was like, my dope ass speaker with fucking party lights. This will be perfect. Nope.
Oh, you took that speaker.
Yeah, it's got FM receiver on it.
I was thinking more of a that one that used to have that you could charge your phone in kind of a thing. That Bluetooth speaker you had.
I'm talking about that big ass rolling speaker I bought.
Okay. Well, plus I mean you're setting the mood with them party lights,
right?
Like shit. Can you imagine being somebody in another car and they look over and you see the party lights going on?
They're like, what the fuck is happening over there?
doing
And the
over
move
there?
is better chairs, and definitely a better way to get audio.
I got an idea. Next time, what you do is you show up the people who are the pros, and you just hostile take over
Yes,
their
I
setup,
agree.
and then you have it going forward.
That's probably the move.
So what you do is you have to run a distraction of some sort. So you have someone go and report them for having outside food.
And I just like throw a wheel of shame at them. It's a good $5
Yeah.
investment. Yeah.
Right. And then while they're all with everything, you just silent sneaky style out the back door, take
Nice.
everything. Yep.
I like it.
And then they get, the extra $10 charge or thrown out or whatever happens.
There was a pickup
I assume
truck that was
lady
in line
needs
ahead
them
of
now.
us. You know those bungee cord nets that you see on the back of trucks? He had an air mattress bungee netted to his down. I was like, that's a pro move right there.
Oh my God, dude. Speaking of a mattress, and I'm going to go the opposite way, the non-pro move, the redneck move. Dude, I'm with Daryl the other day, and we were, doesn't matter where we were. Anyways, this road we're on, there's cars coming, in the other lane toward us. And I look and I'm like, I see they have a mattress and box springs or something on top of the car. Okay. And I look, and then I look again. They're
doing hands,
dude.
Oh
no, not just the hand. These two, they had a teenage dude on either side of the car, outside of the car, holding it down.
Oh my goodness!
Like to where their legs were just inside the car.
That's a good way to die.
They were probably going 50. So my only thought is that it was a
sum it up with this.
Yeah. Okay, that's a stupid idea to begin with, but then to also go 50 is very stupid. The only thing I can think of, like I said, is that they were going from point A to point B, and it wasn't very far, and they were like, we don't need no bungee cords. Like,
we got this.
Fleet and Jimmy got this. Yeah.
Y'all just got done whacking down 14 White Claws.
We'll take the back roads. It'll be okay.
Exactly.
Just, it was, me and my brother just cracked up because it was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Like, all right.
Yeah, that is something.
Like now I kind of want him to turn around and follow him. I just want to see how the story
watching that mattress takes flight.
Right. Or they hit a real good bump.
That's just crazy to me. What is wrong with people?
You got one kid hanging on by his legs, just slapping against the side of the car.
Yeah, that's a good.
Just his
that's
head's
a good way
inches
to die.
off the ground. Oh, it really is. That's why it's like it wouldn't have been so bad if they were had their four ways on and going real slow. But that was not the case. They were blowing down this is on a road that's like the speed limit, I think, over there is like 40.
They're like, fuck this shit. We got to get home.
Yeah, I really think that's what it was. I think they were like, well, if we do this quick, like this may not be legal, but if we do it quick, no one will catch us, basically.
Wow,
and
crazy. What is wrong with people?
Yeah.
Huh.
Two kids hanging out I mean, I can't really even. I mean, they're kids because of our age to theirs. They're probably like 16 or so.
Oh, they're for
sure maybe
kids.
a little older.
I call people that are in their mid-20s kids now.
Well, I'm just clarifying. I'm clarifying for anyone listening. It wasn't like 5-year-olds holding the thing down.
Come on, little kid, like get out there.
He's like. Cletus Jr. and Cletus Jr. Get over here.
Hook your feet in the car seat.
Yeah, and just don't let go.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
White trash idiots. Gotta love them.
Yeah, like I said, totally the opposite end of the pro move
absolutely.
You were talking. For sure.
So
because my brother's like, why didn't they rope that down? And I'm like, they probably didn't have rope or a bungee on them, so they just
sure.
Yeah, we got manpower. That's all we
got
need.
is cheap labor because I birthed it.
You remember you used to see people in the back of a pickup truck like trying to hold a refrigerator in place.
Shit's so dumb.
Before people would strap shit down,
people are idiots.
They used to like have a refrigerator. It's like, dude, if you hit a turn, they're gonna get crushed by the refrigerator. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, I got a new jam, Brian.
Yeah.
It's this
Blueberry?
Let me put it up
Raspberry?
on it so you can see it.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
called Wellbeing.
Oh, okay.
It's this non-alcoholic IPA. Bro, it's delicious.
Right. Okay. At first I thought it was either, and I was like, I know he's not drinking an
No,
energy
fuck
drink.
no.
That's way too late.
Nah,
for that.
you know
Like,
me
he
too
won't
well for
sleep.
that, dude. If it hits 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
I don't want to put caffeine in my body.
Right. So
I
my
gotta
next
watch Jeopardy
guess
and fall asleep
was
on couch.
my next guess was a spicy water of some sort.
It's
So,
I mean, it might as well be. I guess it's just a delicious. Well,
Yeah.
not really, because this is full of carbs. but
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I've been trying to find good non-alcoholic beers, and our
Yeah.
local stores kind of don't have them. But the bulk beverage depot there on Secor, I know I'm going local for y'all. I'm sorry. They have
Yeah.
a pretty good selection, and I've
Mm.
just I've been actually really looking for. Brewdog has collaborated with Lamb of God of all bands and made a non-alcoholic. They made two different
right.
ones now. I just want to try
Yeah.
them because one, fucking Lamb of God. But
Right.
yeah, I saw this and I was like, I love an IPA. Let's see if they nail it. It's pretty good. I mean, I'll be honest,
Nice.
it's pretty good.
Well,
It
good.
has those
Glad you
flavor
found.
notes that I love. You know,
Right. Because I know that's been the
it's-
problem. Is most of them. You've been like, it's not
Yeah.
great.
And
Yeah.
this was one I will definitely buy again because it's nice to have something. Like I said a million times, I don't want to sit here and drink something that's 9.5% all day.
Yeah,
know?
you do. Stop lying.
I mean, I want to
Sure you
just have some delicious flavor country. So,
Right.
shout out Wellbeing. Oh, I just hit my microphone. Shout out Wellbeing.
Mm.
Yay! Yay! Speaking of beer, though. We went back out to Twin Oaks over the weekend. Well, it's because it was my brother-in-law's mother's memorial service.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I forgot. This was
This is actually a scheduled event. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
God, that
yeah.
place is
This
so
wasn't
good,
just
though.
let's get back.
Although they have this
Was it
thing,
any-
like it was open. But like the first time we went, everything was closed on because it was rain. The second time it was kind of open.
Yeah.
This time they have
Mhm.
like a trailer down in their yard area, and it's a pour your own beer trailer. Right,
Oh,
so
okay.
I walk up and a dude's sitting there, he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, how does this work?" Because the bars
Yeah.
are all the way up that hill, and I'm down here.
Yeah, and you're like, I ain't trying to go all
Right,
the way up
although
that.
I
Or
had
better
to
yet,
to
I ain't
get
trying.
sodas and shit for the kids, but whatever.
Sounds like bullshit to me. They got
Right.
legs.
Yeah, but this guy had to set up the tab, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, right.
But
Damn it.
so you give the guy a card, and he gives you a credit card, and then he gives you a card and
Yeah.
ties them together, and then on each side
Okay.
of the trailer there's taps, and you put your card in this little receiver, and you pour your beer, and it tells you how much per ounce it is, and it just charges you by the ounce.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they had that over at Bar
It's pretty
145
cool.
for a little bit. Yeah, because me and T went in there one night, and we were gonna do that, but neither of us was really impressed with their selection that night, so we just ordered from
Fair
the
enough.
bar. Because the bartender seemed to really want us to use that. I don't think she wanted to work,
And-
because pouring beers is
oh
so
God, it's
tedious.
so hard. Oh
So,
no.
yeah. What's funny is it's like, lady, if I go use that machine, you ain't getting a
Exactly. You
tip.
think I'm tipping you, bitch?
What am I going to tip you for? You're not doing
Yeah.
anything.
I mean,
you know?
I did tip the guy at the beer trailer because he was just sitting in the sun. Like I went over to
Yeah.
cash out, and he was like
Your tip was
hiding
don't
under the
sun.
awning for the trailer. And I'm like, I can't believe they don't give you something to sit under. He's like, I know, right?
Yeah.
I felt bad for the guy, so I
Wow.
ended up tipping him.
Jeez. Yeah, like I said, your tip was, get an
Yeah.
umbrella.
Exactly. Get a bigger hat, stupid.
Yeah.
But no, it was pretty
He's
cool.
got
I,
the biggest
I liked it because I could let me just get a taster of this. And it was probably I
Yeah.
probably spent less money on beer this time because
Yeah. That's what I thought would be the cool part of it. But like I said, the one me and T were at, it was like, these are all beers we've had before. So you're not going to get a taster of them. You're just going to grab a whole pint. And it's like the same price as if I just ordered it at the bar. So I might as well just order it at the
have
bar.
someone else do the
Why do I
work.
have to? Yeah, I have to get up and walk all the way over here. It's right around the corner. It was like 15 feet.
Which just to let you know, their pizza there is incredible. I got pizza this time.
Right.
And
Right.
but this is a horrible thing though. Like I didn't even witness this. This is just Michelle told me the story. Is when I had the kids and I went up to get pops, you know, because they have
Yeah.
like where we were sitting. They have that trailer bar, and then you go up the hill, and there's like an outdoor patio, and there's an outdoor bar. So I was like, hey, I need to get some sodas. And they're like, yeah, you got to go inside for this. I was like, fuck. All right, so we got to go in the building and
Yeah.
get the soda. Whatever. While we were in the building,
Mhm.
though, so one thing I like about this place, you kind of just can do whatever you want, but that leads
Yeah.
to bad parenting.
Yes.
So there's these little girls that were just rolling down this big ass hill, and their parents are nowhere around. We're like, what the fuck's going on? Well, apparently there's one girl later, when I was inside, climbed onto these rocks, and she got swarmed by hornets.
Oh,
Yeah, because
fun.
she, like, Michelle has just heard it. She said there's just a kid screaming. And it went
Yeah.
on long enough that she was like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And
Right.
me as a parent, I know if I heard, because, you know, she said it was I didn't hear it, but I know what a horrified kid scream sounds. And that, like,
Yeah, right.
awakens
Yeah.
primal shit in you.
Sure. Yeah.
I can't
yeah.
believe the parents apparently let her scream as long as she did. And then because
Jeez.
she was like trying, and she's like, I looked over and there's this kid just standing on the rocks, like a little kid, screaming like in bright red because of how loud she's screaming. And then the parents finally
Yeah.
went over there, and then the only reason she knew that they were getting swarmed is the dad was like waving his arms around and like running, you know.
Yeah.
And then like
Right.
she said the mom like ripped the dress off the girl, was like smacking her, like getting it because the girl kept yelling like they're on me still. Oh god, that kid's
geez, that
traumatized
sucks.
for life. Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, especially mom and dad don't come to
and
help
he's-
either.
And then mom
you know?
starts beating the shit out of you, basically. Dad's running around like an idiot,
Mom's like-
waving his arms in the air.
Yeah. This is a typical day at home for them.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that's one downside of being outdoors, but it does say everywhere signs, don't climb on the rocks. I know the kid probably
Yeah.
can't read because she was pretty little, but can be a parent.
Right. Yeah. Your kid shouldn't be anywhere near those
No.
rocks. You should know where
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't one of those like, oh, like when they blame parents for not knowing where their teenager is when the teenager like sneaks out or something. You know, this is like you're out in public, you should know where your
Like
children
where their
are
table
for
was
so many
at,
reasons.
the rocks, this kid,
Yeah.
because when I got out to get the sodas, we're coming back down the hill. I could see staff people, and one of them had like a can of wasp killer. Where the parents were sitting was nowhere near this. So it's like, and this
jeez.
kid was probably like 4. I mean,
Yes, just let this kid just roam off
yeah,
on
and it's
their
not
own.
like it's a small place. The place is huge, and there's a ton of people there.
And that's too small of a kid to be letting roam off on their own
Yes.
anyway. Like if it's a teenager or something, it's one thing, but like a little kid, nah, you stay
I mean, I'm
close
sure
to mom
the
and
parents
dad.
felt like trash.
Hopefully, because
But
they
it's
should.
like,
you know?
Man, you can't just.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But
I-
it was a
yeah.
lovely day out there. Besides, the kid getting traumatized.
Right.
You know,
right.
got
All I can picture the whole time you're telling that story is that kid's on the
God
escalator
damn
again.
Kids on the escalator. Yeah, but it was like the food, of course, was delicious, and I got to hang out with my kids and my sister and my nieces and Peanut's crazy family. Oh, it was funny because
Right.
Logan's got long hair right now. You probably haven't seen him in a while. His
No,
hair is almost to
the
his
last picture
shoulders.
I saw- yeah, I was going to say it was fairly long the last time I saw it for him,
Yeah.
especially. You know,
And,
yeah.
and
All right.
Peanut's dad comes walking over. He's like, "Oh, Tony, you must be the luckiest guy here." I'm like, "What do you mean, Tom?" He's like, "I'm sitting here with these 5 women," and then Logan's like, he just looked at him and was just like, and then everyone starts laughing, and Tom was like, "Oh God, I'm sorry, I saw the hair."
Right. You know, it's so funny because that's so innocent and everything. And like that shit happened all the time to like you. I'm sure
Oh,
you
yes.
got it a bunch when you
Oh,
had
yeah.
long hair and shit, right? But that's so like the world we're in now. That's really not okay
Not
anymore.
really. Well, honestly,
You
if
know,
this
because-
guy,
Oh,
he's
Yeah.
one of those old guys
That's why I
that just
said, you know his
whatever's on his
intent.
mind, he'll tell you. It doesn't matter
yeah.
what it is or how offensive it is. He
Right.
just tells you.
that's what I mean, though. It's like that era is because you and I, we're from the group that grew up with that as like a normal thing. If a boy grew long hair, oh, you're trying to be a girl if you had an earring, you know. And it's just interesting, just again, just how that's changed from our childhood till now, is that isn't as okay as it was when we were kids. It was just, or seen as okay. Let me rephrase, because nobody liked it.
No.
But you also knew that was coming with the territory,
Absolutely.
basically. So yeah, it's crazy though, just how if it's the wrong kid, that could turn into a situation.
Yes.
Even though, like you said, it's like, I'm sure his intention is just he's fucking around. He's not trying to hurt anyone's
intention
feelings.
was he genuinely thought I was sitting with 5 women. He wasn't even trying to like make fun of him or anything. He was just
okay,
like, he had no idea. And then he was like, oh God.
Wow. Well, that's a good reaction then in that situation, to where like, oh shit, my bad, so. Yeah.
I mean, it was, unfortunately for Logan, it was my sister and, Michelle and Leah and my niece, and we're all like,
Yeah. Right. Of course. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't have been so bad if he didn't have him up in pigtails.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No.
No, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that drive out there is something else, though. It's probably a good thing, because that is one of those places, if it was nearby, I'd be there way more often.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, I think I was there 3 or 4 times in the past month.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is at least the third time I can think of.
Actually, I was looking at hats, too, because the line was so long to cash out. I'm like, I'll let that die off. Let me look at their merch. They got some cool hats, but I can't remember what my fitted head size is, and they're all fitted.
They're fitted? Wow. Almost every place we've been, they're all snapbacks, or maybe a stretch fit, but they're almost all snapbacks.
It might have been a stretch fit, maybe. But I thought it was a snapback, because it had like the netting in the back. And then I picked it up. I was like, oh, that's not a snapback at all. Yeah.
All right. It blows my mind, because that's the reason I don't own like any brewery hats, because every freaking one we've gone to, all their hats are snapback, unless I get like, winter hats or like toques,
right.
Something like that. Then I could have one. But otherwise, it's like, I ain't trying to wear a snapback on this big old head.
You got that last nugget hanging on.
So terrible. Yeah. So bad. I can't.
I did get stickers though for future beer.
Don't get me wrong. Nice. Part of me would almost like to, though, because with that netting and stuff, it let a lot of that heat hit my head.
New Holland hat I have with the netting. That's probably my favorite hat. I wear that shit all the time.
I had a Cleveland Indians hat that was like that, and it was a stretch fit one, and the whole back of it was like that, and I love that thing. Aside from, again, looking at it now, it's a terrible idea because it had Chief Wahoo's head all over it. But the construct of the hat, I wish they would, because the batting practice hats that they make, they're not, you'd think they would be way cooler, because they're built for these guys playing in Florida, where it's humid and it's hot, and they're not real. I mean, they're better than wool. Don't get me wrong. Way better than wool, but they're a cotton blend, but they're still not, you'd think they would be more like, meshy kind of, so that they would just let a lot of heat off your head.
Like that mission hat.
And they're just, I've got a few batting practice hats and stuff that is what they generally call them, or spring training hats, whatever. And I don't know. They're fine, but they're not as cool as that other hat was. And of course, they don't make that because, they change hat styles every year. So
how is it going to
that
make
one's
money,
right
man?
out. Yeah.
Jerks.
I keep looking, though. They keep almost getting me with snapbacks until I remember. It's like, no, they don't make them in your size. Well,
I mean, they might.
Team. No, there's companies. I actually see there's one on Instagram that pops up from time to time. They make hats for big-headed dudes, but they don't have any licensed hats. They're all just like blank hats, basically. And they're like, oh, you can get, patches and blah, blah. I'm like, no. Like, I want, like if I'm going to wear a hat like that, I'm like, I can get a hat that'll fit my head from Major League Baseball.
I mean,
they make them.
Have you ever just looked up snapbacks for big head?
Yeah, I think there's companies that make them, but again, there's no. The last time I looked, there's no real. what do you call it, licensing. Plus, because you imagine how big that window's got to be in the back of that thing.
I guess that's
true.
I didn't think about that.
Right? You're just gonna look ridiculous. That's why it's like, I just wish it, give me a stretch one. A stretch fit type hat would be perfect made of that kind of material over the head of it. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, most of the hats I wear are fairly cool, but they're not as cool as I'd like them to be, especially during the summer. In the winter, I don't care, obviously. I ain't trying to look for super cool hats in the winter.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Especially not being bald.
Oh, amen to that, brother.
You got to keep something on your head to keep it from icing over, basically.
Amen to that.
I mean, I run hot, but still, when it's 5 degrees outside, my head still gets cold.
To handle, too cold to hold.
And my ears, so I like to have. That's the hardest part, is with a big head like mine. It's harder to find a hat I can pull down over my ears a little bit. I know. Well, I have one. Remember?
I don't remember anymore.
I have a red one. Yeah. There's a picture of me wearing it and you wearing yours.
Yeah, we went to Festival. That's right. Yeah. I'm like, Brian, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
very nice. Quite nice.
Very nice.
Great success.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't get over how I'll see real big dudes like these athletes and stuff, and they'll have snapbacks on, and it's like you realize it's a snapback, and then when they turn, you're like, oh man, you see the back of it, and you see it's like, man, that thing's holding on for dear life,
Yeah,
I just
big head snapback hats.
I just don't know why the NFL and New Era doesn't make them. Literally, you have athletes on the field, that throw your hat on all the time. It's a perfect time to make some hats for big dudes, because there's a lot of big dudes in the NFL.
Dude, let me pull it up for our video watchers.
All right.
There's a website, Brian. It's called Mammoth Headwear.
I love it.
Big hats for big heads.
I think
I'm gonna
the problem is that
you got going on here.
I think what's been the problem for a long time is there's always an official hat maker of the NFL.
Yep.
Or
these are
baseball.
Basic snapbacks, but they just say they're plain, or they say Mammoth Headwear on them.
Yeah, that's my thing. And
they have excellent reviews. Everything's 5-star, which means either bots or they're actually really good.
Right. They're probably good. It's just like with shirts. It's like people don't realize, I wear a 3X shirt. If I go into a regular store, let's say Walmart, right? And they'll have a 3X t-shirt. If I put it on, it'll fit me, but the arms are going to be real tight. Or every time, and that's a problem, because as a fat dude, if I move my arm up, I don't want to, I want to make sure I'm still covered, right? So when you go to the big and tall stores and you get a 3XL, it's big on me. I can go a 2X there, because the shirts are actually designed for fat dudes. So they give us a little more arm room, so that when we lift our arms, the shirt still stays where it's supposed to. It doesn't go halfway up your belly, And it's interesting how different, and it's so subtle, but when you put one of them on, you go, this feels better than the other did.
It should fit.
Yeah, because literally most of the time for a 3X, I feel like all they do is just give you more length. They just give you a little more length in the shirt, and that's all they change. It's like, oh yeah, that'll cover it up. Whereas in the fat guy stores, they're like, hey, let's make the shirt actually fit right.
Bastard guys.
Yeah.
You bastard guys.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway.
I made a purchase, Brian.
Yeah.
I made a beer fest purchase. Which, by the way, we gotta discuss that too, but not on the show, about tickets and stuff.
Right.
Here, let me show you.
Oh boy.
I can't hear you because I took my things off. Brian, I bought a kilt.
Oh my God.
And let me tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. Headphones are wrong. It is
Yep.
probably the most comfortable thing I've ever worn in my life.
Well, I imagine it's like wearing a towel all the time. A leather towel.
I was talking to a
assume.
guy at work about it. So he was
Mhm.
talking about the German American Fest, and he wore a kilt, and I was like, it's something I always thought about buying.
Yeah, you have. You're right. You've talked about this for years.
And I never wanted to buy one because of it. Like, it's like, well, I don't want to buy a tartan that's not mine. And I'm not Scottish, so I don't have a fucking tartan.
Right.
And then he was like, oh, yeah, I just bought one of those black utility ones. And I went,
do they have a tactical kilt?
They actually do.
How did you not get a
It was
tactical
way
kilt?
more expensive.
I was going to say tactical is usually the way to get you to buy something.
So yeah, I pulled
Tony,
the trigger on it, and I was like, it showed up, and I just like ran into the room. I'm like, hold on, I guess, and I came on. Michelle's like, what?
Please tell me you did like one of those things where like you were at the side and you just like, you know, put your leg out, like boom, 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 put your leg out, reveal your like naked leg.
That would have been the move, but no.
No, all right.
But I'm telling you, because like today, the only reason I'm wearing it right now, honestly, is I'm in the middle of doing laundry. Got home from work completely soiled, and I'm like, I don't have any clean shorts right now, and I'm not wearing fucking pants. And I was like, oh, I got the kilt hanging up in the closet. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear the kilt. And dude, it's so comfortable.
Oh, that's funny. Just picture someday, you know, one of these days down the road, it'll be Q of the W will be like, you know, what's your laundry day outfit look like? And,
Highlander.
You know,
yeah.
In the end, there can be only one.
It's true.
True.
But yeah, like seriously, it's comfortable. It's so comfortable that I was like, I might buy another one. Dude, it's so comfortable.
Tony's gonna get an ankle length one for winter, and
I won't go that far. But where I did buy it from, they had like denim ones and shit.
Oh, please. If you get a denim one, you got to wear like cowboy boots with it. You know,
denim vest.
Yeah, of course. and
a full tuxedo.
Yeah,
no, I'm
like, is that a skirt? Like, it's a kilt.
Like, honestly, I'm not mad at it though. You know,
yeah.
I'm sure I'll get some goofy looks, but fuck you guys.
Yeah, well, they're just jealous of your legs,
right? Because I'm for sure the gaff is in like 2 weeks. I'm wearing this at the German American Fest. Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
I mean, it's got cargo pockets.
Why not?
It's utility kilt, so I'm good.
Right. I mean, it's not tactical,
It's
but
not
I guess that'll work.
But it works.
Yeah.
She was like, "Are you going to tell Brian about that?" I'm like, "Tell him. I'm going to show him."
How are you going to? I mean, like, yeah. Well, she doesn't know that we've been talking about that at Beer Fest for like 100 years.
Sure.
So it was like us joking. Well, also not joking, but joking about fanny packs well before they came back.
I still say fanny packs could be the best Beer Fest accessory.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with you.
Well, now I need to get one of those, whatever it's called, like a sporin or whatever the fuck it's called. You know,
American?
Like furry pube pouch that you put your stuff in.
American.
Yeah, American.
An asshole. Yeah, right. No, yeah, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like Sparin or Sporin or Spiron or I don't know. All these accessories came up when I was shopping, so.
Right. This
is why the internet's
I feel like
bad.
you need to learn the terms because if you're gonna walk the walk, I feel like it's important if people come up and ask you about your Neosporin or whatever, you need to be able to tell them what it is.
Neosporin, yes. Yeah, so there you go, Brian.
All right. I figured it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time.
I honestly can't get over how good it feels. I'm super jealous of the ladies out there who wear skirts and shit.
Yeah, right. Good stiff breeze, and you're standing there, legs akimbo.
Right.
Ain't bad.
Ain't bad at all.
Oh boy. Now we're gonna have to watch if we go downtown and they have grates.
Fucking Marilyn Manroe.
Don't need one of those. Yeah. Did you say Marilyn
did.
Manroe? Yep.
Sure did, buddy.
I'm just picturing you giggling the whole time too, you know.
I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it would be. Because obviously, if you're wearing out, you got to be traditional.
Well, yeah.
You know?
If you're, I mean, you know what they say. If you're not traditional, you're just wearing a skirt.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know how long we've been. I don't even know what we're just rambling. You got more stuff? I'm about out of shit already.
I really didn't have anything.
Man, we suck.
So, well, we're at like an hour 20. I mean, we're not. Right. It's not like we're.
For some reason, it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
we just fun. Am I right?
Yeah. We just been yammering. Is all it is. Yammer. Oh God. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Are you on Facebook?
I just wanted to see if anyone else answered our things. I got a notification. It's not for that, but yeah, the first thing I saw was people posting about vaccine stuff that shouldn't be posting about it. You know, watch this video for the truth. Yeah, okay, bud.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, okay. All right there, Chief.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just want to kind of give him a little head rub.
Good thing you found YouTube while you're sitting on the toilet.
You know, YouTubing on the toilet is probably one of my favorite activities.
Yeah, but it's not good for research.
No. I just do it for pure entertainment.
Also, I'm in total agreement. I've seen these memes going around that it's like, please stop calling what you're doing research. Like, you're not researching shit. Research is what's done by big companies and the CDC and all this other shit. What you're doing is spending 20 minutes on YouTube. Exactly. You know, even if you deep dive and watch all this other stuff, again, you always have to remember that the internet is keyed now to when you go, I like A, it will go, oh, here's all the things that are like A.
Here you go, stupid. We got piles of this shit back here. You want more?
Yeah. They don't give you conflicting things to what you're looking for typically. They keep giving you things that are similar to it. So all you're going to do is confirm your bias.
The internet I hate sometimes. I'll be honest.
Yeah. You have to go out of your way to find things.
I need to get back into reading books and stop reading the internet.
Yeah. I think it's best to just go read like cave art.
I like cave art.
I think that's the real move.
Cave art's pretty dope.
Or maybe I'll just keep rereading Calvin and Hobbes.
I mean, that is art by itself.
I feel like everything I ever needed to learn is pretty much in there.
Yeah, so. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Actually, that reminds me, I got to get my Ultimate Edition of that back from my brother.
Yeah, you do. You might have to choke him out.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, it's the brother of mine that is like, big book nerd too. So I know 100% it's in. Yeah, he if he put a dent or a fold in it, he'd probably be like, I got to buy you another one.
Goddamn right.
And of course, is I beating him with the old one? Yeah, it's the paperback, so it won't hurt quite as bad as the.
I kind of wish I could get my hand on some bookshelves. I don't know why.
Well,
not that I want. You know what? I gotta put that on the back burner. That's a future house. I can't remember what the hell we were watching.
You just need more shelves like that one behind you. Just line your wall with it.
I need more shit on that shelf, Brian. It's really sad right now.
What is the thing? Oh, never mind. I know what that is. Okay. I was wondering what was next to Yoda, but I know what it is.
I wish I could find a spray can.
Yeah.
That guy's been on my computer desk since, I don't know, probably 20 years now.
Yeah.
I saw him downstairs. I'm like, I'm sorry, friend. Let's go back into the light. It's like Andy when he finally finds Buzz and Woody again or whatever.
Right. You're like, I'm going to put you near the glowing melting skull, and maybe you'll catch on fire.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I need more stuff back here, though. I do have more pops, like they're somewhere. But it's like I have like
what's the one
60s
next
Batman and 60s Catwoman that my kids got me.
Nice. What's next to Guy?
It's fucking
can't
an
make
Austin
that-
Powers bobblehead.
No. Next
Oh,
to
it's
Guy, not
Casey
below him.
Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't
Yeah.
quite tell. All right. That's why it's funny. You have it's the pops you have. Well, I have the Batman ones, but I don't have those two.
I mean, I had to have Guy Fieri. That
Yeah,
was
you
one
did.
I
And
pre-ordered
after
off of Amazon because as soon as I found out they were making,
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I need this
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I really
agree.
did it for the sweet and salty languages, so we could put it like front and center when we do those. But we haven't done
Right.
one in a while.
Mhm.
We got to fix that.
No.
But I mean, I had
Mhm.
to have a Guy Fieri.
Yeah, I agree. And Casey Jones is a good one too. I never got. There's a bunch of those like Turtles ones that I never got that I kind of
Yeah,
wish
my
I
kiddos
had. And
bought me that one. That's a good one.
yeah, some of them are still low enough I could still
Right.
get, but some of them have gone up. And usually once they hit like $30 on the secondary market, I'm kind of like, eh.
Meh, over it.
Like I can go buy 3 other ones for that same money. So it's got to be one that I really want for me to think about paying more than that. Now, even then, I generally don't.
Right.
So there's very few that I've paid that much for. You know.
Right.
So.
Right.
So, all right. Well, I guess you want to do a Q of the W
shit,
then?
son.
Jump into.
I mean,
I know.
You make me
I
sad.
know.
the QoftheW is a little light this week, boys. A little sad. I am a little sad. On the
all right.
face page, we got nothing. We got nothing.
Ooh.
What did we asked? What's a fun fact? Someone would be surprised to learn about you. Maybe
Nobody.
People were just like, this question is no bueno.
Right. Or maybe they just don't have any fun facts.
Or maybe
They're just boring
They're
people.
just boring people. We do have an answer on the Instagrams though. It's from Rev T23. His fun fact is he can recite the Jabberwocky from memory. Don't know. Is that fun? How should I answer him? Seems fun.
I don't know, I guess.
I'm just gonna put cool party trick.
I thought when you started that, I thought you were going with cool story, bro. I was like, oh, don't be that guy.
But
All
yeah,
right.
that's all we got on my end of the Q to W's. Yeah.
All right. Well, on our Instagram, at Beside Geek Pod, responded with, I killed me a bar when I was only 3, which is impressive if so, and puts him right up there with Davy
Hell yeah.
Crockett.
That's pretty dope, actually.
So, yeah. So that'll be, it's interesting. Hopefully there'll be a song written about him. That'd be kind of
Would
fun.
be fun.
So, all right. And now the answer from Cheeto.
Mm.
He says, wow, this question could have a few different answers. Not saying I have a bunch of fun facts, but depending on the circumstances, I may answer differently. So Hobie answers are, in no particular order, I cook for a living, and for 5 years I was the head chef for a hospice facility, making made-to-order meals for people that were more often than not eating their last meals. Oh, man, no pressure there, though, right?
Zero pressure.
Trying to make sure somebody's last meal's, good, and you just like, listen, here's some craft dinner and some like cut up hot dogs.
Exactly.
Speaking of, this is totally sidetrack here, but this reminded me of. So when I'm in the store today, I see this. It's fun to look in people's baskets just to see what
absolutely.
they're getting.
Yes.
Right? So this woman is there with 2 kids, which, by the way, she's the total opposite of the story I told last week about the kids just roaming the store. She had 2 teenage girls with her, and she's sitting there waiting because she had just gotten her vaccine. And she goes, hey, and the 2 girls look at her, and she goes, butts and seats, and points at the 2 seats, and bang, like that, those 2 girls were over and sitting
Excellent
down.
work, Mom.
Yeah, and I was like, that's how you should behave in a store.
Yes.
But her basket had like 4 12-packs of caffeine-free Diet Coke, about 6 packs of like Oscar Mayer bologna,
Hell yeah.
and 3 boxes of I don't remember the brand, but it's like basically to make pasta salad. It's to where it's basically, everything you need is right there,
Right.
essentially. So, and I was like, oh God, I hope that bologna's not going in that pasta salad.
God. This is my take on an
I'm sure it's
anti-pasta
not.
salad.
Oh, it's you know how it is though. A lot of times you go to the store and you're like, oh, we need this for tonight and this. They're probably gonna have like bologna sandwiches and pasta
Right.
salad. That's probably what's gonna happen. Otherwise I want to know what the hell she's doing with all that bologna. Like, good Lord. Somebody loves some bologna in that house.
Apparently.
or maybe it's just what goes the furthest. I don't, we all been there
Yeah,
too,
I mean, best bang for your buck. Hot
right?
dog
Sometimes that's
pancakes.
what you got to do. Yes. Wait, what?
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, it really is. So, maybe she's making up some ground bologna
Maybe,
or something.
Maybe.
Because you have
They
a
call
bunch
it
to
bologna salad or some shit. I don't think is this a thing?
They should call it bologna salad. Ground
salad
bologna
a thing?
Pretty sure it's just called ground bologna, but it should be called bologna
Hold on.
salad.
All right, you know what I've got to do now.
Why not? When you mush up like chicken or tuna, it's called tuna salad or chicken salad, so it should be bologna
That's
salad.
what I'm thinking, right?
Oh, I hate bologna so
I
much.
don't mind it when it's fried, but just like that.
That's probably the best way I could take it. Otherwise, because again, it's
thanks to the Southern Lady Cooks, old-fashioned bologna salad is a thing.
Oh my God! What's in it?
Right?
Like typical.
Click on this link. You don't have to scroll for 8 years to get through her stupid Southerner story. Ooh,
yeah. Well, we got to find out about
very
her.
Attractive, I'll be honest. Okay. Give this old-fashioned bologna salad a try and make it for your family. So you got 1 pound of bologna, a third to half a cup of pickle relish, sweet pickle relish specified.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
4 boiled eggs.
Gross.
Mayonnaise.
Sure. Any white people salad, that's the first ingredient.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So it is basically exactly what I thought it would be. So it's similar to like if you were making, kind of like doing tuna or chicken salad.
The Southern Lady needs a better photographer. These are not flattering pictures.
Why would you pick bologna as your protein, though? I mean, again, unless it's cheap, But, dude, you can buy like them packets of Carl Buddig lunch meat and get chicken or something else.
I'm looking to see if there's any like comments. 2 comments.
This is nasty.
Now this is
Gross.
good. All right.
Oh man, this is somebody who just woke up from a long coma, and all they've had so far is like hospital food.
So yeah, basically both of these comments are like, this is really great when the pantry's getting bare. And my dad made this when I was growing up. Haven't thought about it in years. Gonna make it.
I love the when the pantry's getting bare. It's like, well, it was this or lick the floor.
Exactly. You want to eat or do you not want to eat? Because if you not want to eat, you cannot eat. But I got this bologna that's about to churn.
Wow, that's some old bologna considering it's all processed and loaded with nitrates and stuff. Yeah. It's like, you know what? I'm going to just pick up the cushions and see if there's some fries or something down in there.
Yeah, like every once in a while. As much as I adore her, Michelle loves bologna. And I try not to judge her too hard about it.
Again, her favorite meat was hot dogs for a while. So,
but every once in a while we'll get some like thick ass bologna. I'll make fried bologna sandwiches.
Wait. What?
Thick ass bologna.
There you.
And we'll make fried bologna sandwiches, and those are I can do those.
Yeah, I can do one of those. I mean, it's got to be like once in a while. I eat so much bologna as a kid because cheap.
Because it's
plus like it's because we used to do like those shows and stuff, so we ate lunch meat a lot when I was a kid. To where it's like I don't love lunch meat much anymore. I still eat it occasionally, but I just don't
kind of stay away.
Want it most of the time. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I tend to keep it around because it's nice when you're like, man, I need something. It's like, well, I can have a sandwich, and that's about it.
I hear you,
yeah. All right. Well, back to Cheeto's letter here.
We got sidetracked by bologna salad.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It was. How could we not?
And Cheeto. Yeah. Because I know you listen, brother. I fully expect a bologna salad pizza.
Oh God, no! Oh God.
That'll be your food challenge, Brian. You got to put down a large bologna salad pizza.
Oh no! I don't think I could. I really don't. I might just hand somebody a pizza one of these times though, and just like bologna rings on it instead of pepperoni. There's somebody that'd be like,
I mean,
it'd be like fried
I'm gonna
bologna.
say a fried bologna pizza might not be bad. Like thinly sliced,
considering we've had
as a topping, so
good
it's
hot dog
crispy and shit.
Yeah,
it might not be bad.
We've had good hot dog pizza, so
that was mind blowing. Actually, the first time I had it.
Yeah, I won't say it can't be done. All right, so his second one here is I can read at approximately 530 words per minute.
Prove it.
Yeah. Right. It's like on Ridiculousness. They had this clip of this girl, and she's like, "I'm going to for the record for fastest reader or something like that." And she starts, she has this book, and she's just like, and she just does this for like a minute or two, and then flips and goes, "Okay, there you go, blah blah blah." And it was like most of what you said was not. I can't understand anything you said. That doesn't prove anything other than you can just go. Yeah. Number 3, he said he lost his left nut to cancer, and the radiation made the hair on his stomach fall out in the shape of an upside down cross. Could have been way worse. Could have been dick and balls.
Truth.
Then it would have been like, dude, are you? Well, I guess at that point maybe you could lie a little. Be like, yeah, when I lay this way, it lays up on my stomach.
That's
like
crazy.
That. Just wore
so
all the
big.
hair off. Like a crop circle. Number 4, I'm nearly 40.
Satan's happy patch. Upside down cross, right? Isn't that satanic?
I know. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's trouble. He says, he says, I'm nearly 44 and have 8 different game consoles hooked up and ready to play in a room that's full of action figures. And he's got me beat. I've got 1, 2, 3. I had 4, but I've only got 3 hooked up now.
I've got. I mean, if you count the Oculus, which you can stream through a Chromecast, I have 3 hooked up.
Yeah.
And I
have a lot of.
I don't have a room full of action figures. I got this shit. Here, I got this shit right here.
I got a lot of Funko Pops and action figures though. So that's all I got there. Number 5, he said he was born the same day and year of the Lynyrd Skynyrd plane crash, and they were my favorite band before I knew that.
Oh, wait. Upside down crosses. Born the same. Wait a minute.
Yeah, his birth caused the Lynyrd Skynyrd plane crash. That's all. When you put A and F together, that's what happens.
Is one of our podcast fans the Antichrist?
Probably.
Cool. Fucking sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I had brunch with the Antichrist. Hell yeah.
No. I don't think this is good at all.
Pancakes and sacrifice, baby.
Number 6, I like to make lengthy multi-point list style emails so that Bryan has to read them on the show. Well played. No, just for that, I'm not reading anymore.
It's over.
As soon as I see an email from him, delete. Number 7, I really am an asshole.
Nah.
That is a fun fact. I don't buy it though. Sorry. I don't buy it. All right. And then he also says, much love to you guys and congrats on 10 years of podcasting. I know I started listening somewhere after episode 100 and before 200 because I called in and left a voicemail for your 200th show, and I haven't missed a show since. I and many others love what you do and have much respect for you both. Stay salty, boys.
Man, Cheeto's the best.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. I also need him to confirm he went back and listened to the first ones he hasn't listened to, because I mean that's required listening.
That's true. I mean, well, remember Dev was doing that for a little while. I was doing Dev notes. Yeah.
I know. And he got too busy and all that. I was enjoying Dev notes.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone needs to make him a man of leisure. That's what needs to happen.
Right.
He needs a good old fashioned sugar mama
or daddy. We're not here
or daddy. Yeah. If he's down, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've said it before, man. If
he
the
rocks
money's
the
right,
kimono. I mean, we've all seen it.
It's understandable. I could see where he'd be irresistible to either, to any gender or sexual preference. Everyone wants Dev. So what are you gonna do? Especially in that scandalously tiny kimono. You think you know scandalous? You don't know scandalous. Right. All right, well, that's what I got for the Q, the W. So let's have a look at this week. I didn't look to see if there were any more to add. So you have 5.
How many we got?
5.
Well, in honor of the 2 answers we got, I'll go with 2.
All right. A non-living object suddenly starts feeling pain and expressing pain. Which object's existence is now hell? I mean, it's got to be a toilet, right? I mean, that's got to be the worst. Maybe a wash rag, like, somebody rubbing it all up in their buttocks. But,
man.
I still got to go with toilet. You got to choke that down.
Yeah, that would be a bad existence.
This is where you need that the Flintstones drop. Yeah. It's a living. Yeah.
You know what? For my personal, what I'm going with,
bedside T-shirt.
Yes, exactly. Not again.
Your kilt on a humid day.
Yeah. I don't know. This thing's so breezy. I don't know what's gonna happen on a humid day. I'm gonna have to probably say like my cutting board. I think it's fucked up on the reg.
Oh man, that would kind of suck, right? Yeah. You're just having something sharp rubbed against you all the time.
And various dinner, it's always like,
yeah, that would get kind of old after a while.
Really?
Like, would you just shut up?
Cutting board.
Do your job.
Lay there and be cut.
Yeah. Like, hey, you should wash me once in a while.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I guess that'd be mine.
I can replace.
I'm sure there's something else I'm just forgetting.
Yeah.
Yes, quite. I mean, or it'd be Bombers basketball. That thing has a bad day every day. She loves that dumb basketball.
Yeah. Could be worse though. At least it's not a like chewing and humping scenario there.
Just straight up chewing and throwing it around. Yeah, she
right.
used to bowling to other things, I guess.
Yeah, it's not like being a male dog's like favorite teddy bear or something.
That's true.
Carries you everywhere and also humps you.
I could not imagine if I had a male dog and it just constantly fucked something.
Right.
I mean, Bomber's dealing with some allergy stuff right now, so she's itching all the time. Which, by the way, she itched so bad today she made her nipple bleed.
I've been there.
Jesus, what are you doing? But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get her to stop itching.
Yeah, it was allergies. It wasn't just her just. Yeah.
One.
She was at Piercing Pagoda when you were at work.
Claudia's. Letting some 14-year-old has no idea what they're doing. Pierce her nipple sideways. Right?
Yeah.
No, I could not imagine. Like, getting her to stop itching is enough. I couldn't imagine if she just was, like, fucking something all the time.
Right.
God, that would suck.
Like, stop. Not again.
Get the spray bottle.
Yeah. Especially if it was something that was, like, not like, oh, that's the dog's toy. It can do whatever it wants with that
it's like
thing,
my work boot or something.
Well, that's just to protect the dog at that point. Like, no, stay away from that thing. It's radioactive.
God. Yeah, that would suck.
I guess your work boots would be a good qualifier too. Because
I mean,
can you imagine if they knew the nastiness that they were?
Those things are so awful. I did put some fresh insoles in them. It feels amazing. Yeah, what gets me, just real quick, just bitching about my work, because I was asking my buddy, the safety dude, I'm like, hey, bro, it's been a year. I need new boots. He got me a voucher.
Yeah.
I went after work today. I get out of work at 4:30. Place closes at 4.
Right.
They open after I'm already clocked in. So
I think it's funny that their main, because I think I know essentially where you go, and it's like they basically sell mostly work boots.
Yeah, it's all safety
right?
shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's like, why the fuck are you open only during hours I can't come in here?
Tomorrow I got to go like, hey, boss, I need boots. I either need to leave early or you need to let me leave on break. Although I'd rather not leave on break because that's my time to have break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's your jerking time. Yeah.
When else am I going to play my stupid puzzle game?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
that's pretty annoying.
Do they not normally? You're not allowed to leave
Oh,
on
fuck
your
no.
break.
Yeah, it's
Really?
because old employees ruined that because they would drive up to the gas station and have some beers and then come back.
Oh,
You know,
right,
so,
right.
because a couple people screwed up, we all paid a price.
Of course, that's how it works.
Unless you're in the
Yeah.
office, you can leave if you're in the office. But
Oh,
if
well, that
you're,
makes
if you're on the
sense.
floor like a scumbag like I am,
Is that because the office people don't handle like dangerous stuff, basically? Because going and having some pints and then working on the company's numbers seems like a great idea.
yeah, right. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like-
I honestly don't know. I just know it sucks.
Seems bad too.
No, but whatever.
Ugh. Just whoever makes the rules works in the office,
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, for us, it's okay.
We're not savages like those people.
Yeah.
I can hold my.
They're
liquor.
all gonna just get drunk. Yeah, they're all just going to go get
Yeah,
drunk.
have you
We're
seen
only
them?
going to have a few. We're going to the country club to have cocktails.
Yeah. Good times.
Bullshit. I hate that. It bugs me to no end. I know like they're paying you, but it bugs me to no end when an employer is like, you can't leave the premises during your break or lunch or whatever. I actually heard two guys talking about it at Kroger today. One kid that he works in the customer service stuff, and he was telling one of the cashiers about how he only gets to leave on his break for like the next 2 days, and he goes, then I have to stay here. And the guy's like, they can make you do that? And he goes, yep. He's like, because they're paying me since I'm on the clock.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, and I was like, that is really shitty. That it's like, oh, you can have a break, but you're not allowed to leave. And since he works at Kroger, you can't go, oh, well, I need to go somewhere so I can get lunch. Then we'll go over to the deli and get a sandwich, or soup or something, or whatever. I'm sure that
food we serve here.
yeah, but I'm sure that, there's clearly options when you work a grocery store,
sure.
Because honestly, when I worked at Best Buy forever ago, that's what I used to do. I used to go next door to Kroger and just go over to the deli and get.
They got some guys. They actually got some decent stuff in their deli.
Yeah. So, I did it mostly because it was the cheapest thing I could get. I'd go get a deli sandwich for I think it was like $4, versus the next closest thing to me that I could walk to was KFC or Boston Market. In both those places, I'd be spending way more.
Spending all the money.
Yeah. Right. Also, you only have half an hour, so literally, it's like I can't can't really go that far because it's only half an hour. You got to be able to get it, eat it, and get back on.
Kemosabe jump on.
Clocked in. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, whatever. Oh shit. I do wonder why at Kroger why you're not allowed to leave though. Although in fairness, when I worked the gas station, there was like a McDonald's like 2 seconds from the gas station, but I was supposed to walk all the way up the parking lot to the store to use the bathroom. And this is stupid. McDonald's is right here. I can zip in there, piss, and be back in 2 minutes. The other, it's going to take me 10 minutes because it's going to take me 5 minutes to walk to the store.
Right.
So, well, it's policy. Okay.
Your policy sucks.
Yeah, I'm totally going to do that then. Okay. Just tell the other person I was working with, I'm going to the bathroom. When McDonald's come back, like, wow, that was fast. And I got a McDonald's cup in my hand.
Oh, yeah, it was fast. You want an apple pie?
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry, but that's just beyond stupid. I know what it is. It's like, since you're on the clock, if you get hurt, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, come on, it's right there. I'm not going to walk all the way up there. I'm wasting your money if I walk all the way up there.
I mean, whatever. I guess on the flip side, you can be like, psh, whatever, I'll take my time. They're paying me for this.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people did. And that actually bothered me more. It's like I'm working with somebody and they just mosey up to the store. And it's like 20 minutes before they come back. And I'm like, wow, did you have a good sit down, basically? Oh, man, that's a long walk. I'm like, it's not a 20-minute walk. Like, come on. Like unless you're like limping half the way or something. It's like, come on.
I mean, like,
that's the hate, is whatever the rule is, somebody will exploit it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. Bullshit. Anyway. Enough of that horse shit. That's why I got out of there real quick. That and the union thing when I was making just over minimum wage. Like, why am I paying union dues?
You know, cuz.
Like, oh yeah, that's a great reason. Here's my
Here's
uniform.
my 2
I
weeks.
quit.
Bye.
Basically, that's what it was. All right. Well, I guess that's a show.
program,
So
huh?
head on over to saltylanguage.com, click all the links, check out the past episodes. You can find a link to the network that we're part of.
I lost it. God, there it is.
Tangent-Bound Entertainment. Nope. Tangent-Bound Network.
I really wish I could color code these. That'd make my life a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, you could. Just get some markers out.
It's true.
Borrow Michelle's
Yeah,
paints
right.
for a minute.
Let me see them paints. What are you doing? Painting on my nook? What?
Yeah.
That is one thing I'm surprised. You can't change the colors of the individual buttons.
That is a little weird. That's probably like a pay feature. Oh, wait. No, that's, yeah. I forgot. That's just a straight free app. Yeah. That feels like a pay feature, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Like, oh, yeah, the app's for free, but for $1.99 more, you can change the colors. Yeah. Like, how about I keep my $1.99? You go fuck yourself.
How about no?
Yeah. Boom. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so Tangent Bound Network is the network that we're part of, which can be found at tangentboundnetwork.com. Go over there and check out the other shows, or if you're looking to start a show, go talk to them about starting a show, join the network, and of course, send all them tender hugs and kisses to Mark for Tony.
Yeah.
Also, you know, maybe let Mark know you have a kilt now. I mean,
He knows what's up.
yeah.
I wonder if he's ever coming to town for Jeep Fest. He loves his Jeep. I know that.
He'll probably be like, "Oh man, I wish you would have waited. I got my line of kilts coming out next week."
You know what? You're not wrong.
Dang
you are
it.
not wrong. Hey there. So I don't know what happened with our video exactly, but the last 10 minutes of the show gone. Just stopped recording. Don't know why. So I'm here to tag in our plugs because that's all I really missed. If you listen to the show, you've heard them a million times. If you're new to the show, though, you know, whatever. So, of course, Tsunami, Bryan, you can find him at Tsunami on Twitter and on Instagram. You can find me at The Manani on Instagram. You can find a show on all things social media, your Facebooks, your TikToks. Please, if you're listening and you want to see like my stupid little kilt dance or all the stuff on the shelf behind me, go to Salty Language Pod on YouTube, like, subscribe, you know, smash them buttons. Hell, I'm throwing some comments. I never read them, but they'll be there. It'll be fun. So we're trying to get that algorithm up, get a little more traction on the YouTubes. Am I forgetting anything? Salty Language, Tangent Bound Network. I think we covered that in the video. I don't know. I'm tired. It's late. I should be in bed right now, but I'm finishing this video for you guys. So have a beer, you'll be fine. Stay salty. And what did Bryan say? May a cool breeze blow up your kilt.